Hi, happy Friday. As promised, here's a practice page for your students to use either over the weekend or the first couple days next week to review for our checkpoint and to get a little stronger with determining operations and word problems. It's coming home. It's on a yellow sheet. It's kind of difficult to see on this video, but it's a yellow piece of paper and it just says extra practice at the top. I included a couple bar model diagrams or strip diagrams so that they can start visually seeing what the problem's asking for and determine the operation by seeing this kind of model. So I'll just do a couple just to show you how. This bar model, all I'm wanting them to do is determine the operation for each one and then write addition or subtraction on the line. So when using a bar model, if these are the parts, this is the whole, so if one of the parts is missing, I know that I'm going to have to subtract to solve for that missing part, so that's a subtraction model. And then this bar model has both of the parts given, and the missing is the whole, so this would be addition. Then I have a couple problems where they have to pull the information out and put into the bar model, and then they can solve for those. So there were 98 dogs and 47 cats at the pet show. How many fewer cats than dogs were at the show? So they're going to have the total of dogs, and they have to find how many fewer. Therefore, they're going to be looking for a missing part. When we're doing a word problem, we follow this unwrap process. So here it is. So the first thing they would need to do is read the question. One day, Elmo the elephant ate 128 pounds of food. Ella the elephant ate 115 pounds of food. Together, how many pounds of food did the elephants eat that day? Well, now they would underline the question, so we need to really think about what's being asked. And then we're going to notice the keywords and important information. So I know together is an important word. That helps me tell that I'm putting things together, which is addition, and I usually have them label out to the side as they're finding the keywords so that they see all these different operations and things they will need to do. So how am I going to find out how much they ate together? Well, Elmo ate 128 pounds of food, and Ella ate 115. So Elmo, 128, Ella, 115, and I'm going to add. So then I can set up my problem and actually add it. Now on a multi-step problem, I'm going to show you one just so you can see how I kind of diagram that out for them. For example, let me tell you about this real quick. Words like this, about how many, that's what we're getting tricked on. About how many means that we're going to have to round first or estimate, and then how many more, so that's subtraction. So when I have them write these things on the question, it's so they remember, oh, I have to round, and they can actually check it off, and then I have to subtract. So it's just a quick way to, kind of like a list. I'm a list person. So I try to show the kiddos how to diagram out the questions to make sure that they're not missing steps. That's the big thing. I just wanted them to be able to practice underlining the question and really thinking about what it means and finding those key words, pulling it out, like writing it down so they remember. Because these multi-step questions get very wordy. The museum has 324 oil paintings, 227 watercolors, and 158 statues. Which is the best estimate of how many more oil and watercolor paintings there are than statues? So this one has a lot of things I need to do. Which is the best estimate? So I'm going to have to round of how many more. So somewhere in here I'm going to have to subtract oil and watercolor paintings. So I'm going to have to add those two. So there's all kinds of stuff to do in this problem. We're going to have to round first. Then we're going to have to add together the oil and watercolor paintings, and then we're going to have to subtract from the statues. So that's 3 steps, and a lot of times the kiddos get stuck on 1, maybe 2, and forget the third, or just do 1. And when they have multiple choices to choose from, they'll see that answer and choose it, because So this diagramming out is a great visual for the kids to actually go and check off as they do this step. So that's what I want them to practice, underlining, thinking about it, and labeling so that they don't miss those steps. I hope this helps. As always, you can email me or contact me and I can help you.